Section 12.3, Measures of Dispersion, Spread. Are the numbers close to the average? Are they very spread out? The first measure is the range, and you simply take the biggest number minus the smallest number. Okay, so find the range: 80, 85, 80, 95, 90. 95 is the biggest number. 80 is the smallest number. So 95 minus 80 equals 15. The standard deviation is also a measure of spread. The standard deviation of a sample is symbolized by S, while the standard deviation is by the population is another thing, okay? But we're not going to be using that. So we're just going to be using this formula S. Okay, we take the square root. Remember that funny looking symbol means add. Inside the parentheses, that means take each number minus X bar means the mean. Okay, so X bar means the mean. And remember, this means to add. N equals how many numbers. Okay, so since we do what's in parentheses first, we first need to find the mean of the numbers. Okay, that's your add and divide. Then you do what's inside, so you take each number, we're on step 2, each number minus the mean. The order of operations tells you to do exponents next. So you take each of those numbers, each of those subtractions, and you square it. Okay? Now, that funny looking symbol means you add each of those numbers. Next, you divide by n minus 1. And last, you take the square root. Okay, so find an example. Okay, there's the list. You find the mean. You take each number minus the mean. You square each of those. Okay, so here's a table. 68 was found to be the average. Okay, so we're using these numbers right here. Okay, we found the average in another example. 68 equals the mean. Okay, so take 70 minus 68 and you get 2. 69 minus 68 equals 1. 68 minus 68 equals 0. 65 minus 68 is negative 3. Okay, in that third column, we're going to do 2 times 2 is 4. 1 times 1 is 1. 0 times 0 is 0. Negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. Okay, now next you add those. Okay, so that's 4 plus 1 plus 0 plus 9 equals 14. Okay. All right, the next step, we divide by n minus 1. Divide that 14. There were 4 numbers. 4 minus 1 is 3. So we take 14 divided by 3 is 4.67. Okay, then you take the square root of that number, take the square root of 4.67, and you get 2.16. Okay, so let's do another example. Find the standard deviation, round to 2 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So first we're going to add. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 is 15. Okay, now the mean you divide by how many numbers? Okay, the sum, and you divide by n. There's 5 numbers. 15 divided by 5 is 3. Okay, so first we take each number minus the mean. 1 minus 3 is minus 2. 2 minus 3 is minus 1. 3 minus 3 is 0. 4 minus 3 is 1. 5 minus 3 is 2. Okay, then you square that. Negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. Negative 1 times negative 1 equals 1. 0 times 0 is 0. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, so we add those numbers. So 4 plus 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 4. Okay, we add these numbers in that second column, and we divide by n minus 1. Okay, now how many numbers were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There were 5 numbers, so 5 minus 1 is 4. 10 divided by 4 is 2.5, and then you take the square root. Rounded to 2 decimal places is 1.58. Okay, so here are the steps. Find the mean. Take each number minus the mean. Square those numbers that you get in step 2. Add the numbers you get in step 3. Okay, divide what you get in step 4 by n minus 1, and then take the square root of that number. Okay, so each step builds on the last one. And that's the end of this lesson.